The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
You are listening to the Healing Light Podcast. I'm your host, Caitlin Greenglass. Join me as I explore the world of spirituality, holistic practices, alternative healing methods, mysticism, the paranormal, and the unexplained, plus more. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 7 Eastern Standard Time on Spreaker or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Healing Light Podcast. Here's your host, Caitlin Greenglass.
Join me as I explore the world of spirituality, holistic practices, alternative healing methods, mysticism, the paranormal, the unexplained, and much more. New episodes of the Healing Light Podcast are available every Tuesday at 7 Eastern Standard Time on the Spreaker app or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm on Amazon, I'm on Spotify, I'm on iHeartRadio, all over the place. I'd like to say a special thank you to the team at Paranormal Buzz Radio. We have Deb, Allison, and Shay. Much appreciated, and thank you for listening. I'm always looking for interesting guests as well as topics to cover. You can message me on all of my social media platforms if you are interested to have someone or know someone who you would feel would be a great fit as a guest for my show. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook as the Healing Light NH. So before I get to my next guest, I also wanted to thank everyone for tuning in while I was out having knee replacement surgery. I am very happy to be back. Got a whole list of great guests lined up and topics to cover. I am very excited about the rest of the year's shows. So I am very excited. I have my first welcome back, second a repeat guest. This is Matthew Bearden. He is a wonderful guest, and I look forward to speaking with him again. So Matthew, welcome to the Healing Light Podcast.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Oh, very excited. We got a lot to talk about here, and I wanted to, just kind of talk about you. And before we get down to it, I'd like to kind of have everyone refresh everyone's memory, who you are and what you do, and also for our listeners who listened to you before. Just, kind of let us know who you are again and what you're up to.
My name is Matthew, and I'm up to a lot of energy work and light work. I'm also up to work with the Fellowship of Isis, which is an order of spirituality that is goddess-centered and about the environment and helping the earth and empowering ourselves.
Wonderful.
And after 3 years of work, I have created a sub-society kind of under the FOI umbrella. It's an alchemical group, actually, and it is tailored for LGBTQ people.
Right, that's exactly. I'm so excited to talk about that. Yeah, we did talk about you. We wanted to talk about the LGBTQ group, and I definitely something of interest to me, being a member of that community. And I am always looking for ways that I can support the community, and I'm sure other listeners are as well. I know, and then I know that you wanted to start us off with, before we dive deep into that, a guided meditation. I'm very excited to do that. So, everybody, if you're ready to relax and calm your mind, we're going to have Matthew lead us into this guided meditation. To take it away.
Okay. You can follow along with this, Caitlin. That means you.
Yeah. Yes,
um,
absolutely.
so sit or lie down quietly somewhere. Focus your eyes against the wall or the ceiling so that you have to roll them back a little bit. And just blink normally, as you normally would, but keep focused on that spot. And allow yourself to release any tension. Allow yourself to prepare to go deeper than you were before. And let your eyelids get heavy. Um, and when you're ready, let them shut. So you find yourself at the top of a flight of stairs. There are 7 of them. You prepare to go down them, and you step on the first stair, which is red. And the red light overlights you and fills you and surrounds you and permeates and blesses you. And you go deeper than you were before. Take another step down, and it's orange. And you go deeper than you were on the red step. And allow it to overlight you and permeate you. Then you take a step down into the yellow step and allow that to overlight you and spin off any excess energy that you may need to spin off. Go down another step, going deeper and deeper into the green light that surrounds you and fills you and overlights you. Next, you step into the blue stairway, and its light rises up and fills you and surrounds you. Next is indigo, and it fills you and overlights you and surrounds you and spins off any excess energy you may have. And finally, you step onto the bottom step, which is violet. And you're down at the bottom of the stairs now. To your right, there's a hallway. If there are hallways in other places, don't worry about those yet. Just start to walk down the hallway to your right. It's very long, and you really can't even see the end. And you start to walk, and you notice an odd smell, or it's like a smell. It is almost irritating at first, and you're not sure if it's a sensation or a smell. And when you realize that what it is, it's the scent of magic. And you get used to it and breathe it in and breathe in the magic. And you start to walk down the hallway. At some point, one of the doors, and the doors are all different shapes and sizes, will catch your attention. And once you have found your door, you need to knock and observe any symbols that are there. And if you feel an affirmation, go in. So you find yourself in a large, dimly lit room with a green glow. Make sure to shut the door behind you. As you look around, you notice that the glow is coming from a moss-like covering on the walls and ceiling. Upon closer inspection, you notice that it appears to be composed of tiny circles of tissue that are all connected by little branches between them. In the center of the room is a rectangular cabinet made from wood about 7 feet high and 4 feet across. It's aligned with the directions. There appears to be a doorway in front of it, which is covered by an old curtain. Take a few moments to explore the outside of the box. It's made of ancient wood and has symbols and runes carved into it, the sides of it. Spend some time looking at them. Perhaps you recognize one or more, or one or more calls out to you and draws your attention. Take note of it and do your best to remember it. Surrounding the cabinet are 4 pyramids at each of the directions. Each pyramid is made of stone and about the height of an average man. You move toward the pyramid on the east. It's yellow and has a symbol carved on it. Remember it for later. Your hand gingerly brushes it. As it does, the light from the structures on the wall suddenly begins to glow more brightly. This startles you for a moment, and you take your hand away. The glow dims again. Curious, you place both hands on the pyramid. The wall begins to glow more brightly again. You leave your hands on the pyramid this time. You can hear a sound in your head. A sort of singing. The song greets you and welcomes you. It's composed of thousands of tiny voices coming together. You realize that you're sharing thoughts with the creatures lining the walls. These are ancient beings of great wisdom. The song comes from them. It is a song of welcome and greeting, filled with much joy. They call you by name and speak to you for some time. Try to remember what they say. Eventually remove your palms and let the light dim again. You move to the red pyramid in the south. It has a symbol on it as well. You touch it and the sides open up as if it's a blossoming. There's a small table with something silver inside. You inspect the contents more closely. It contains a silver jumpsuit. Not sure what to do? You go to the pyramid in the east and ask the creatures on the walls what to do. They happily assume that you need to put on the articles of clothing. They explain to you that the that the suit is there for your protection, that it will keep you safe from any threat on any level or of any type. Take off your clothing and slip into it. There are also gloves, boots, and a helmet here. You don them all. Once they're all on, put your clothes back on over them. You can no longer see the new outfit with your physical eyes, but you are vaguely aware of the jumpsuit and the rest. It will go with you wherever you venture to help you and protect you. It will also grant you powers you didn't have before, which you can explore later. Next, move to the pyramid in the west. Note the symbol on it. You touch it, and it opens like the last one did. On a small table within it is a vial. You consult the green creatures on the walls at the Eastern Pyramid again. They tell you that the vial contains a potion that will connect you with the inner wisdom and allow you to travel between the worlds, now and whenever you wish. You return to the pyramid and drink from the vial. You're suddenly aware that there are worlds within and around you. Explore some of them when next you meditate. Become one with your inner wisdom. Know that you are the magic. Finally, move to the green pyramid in the north. Look at the symbol. You touch it, and it too opens like a flower blossoming. On the small table is a piece of jewelry, a ring. You pick it up and put it on your right index finger, and a wave of power moves through you. The clearest gem on the ring begins to glow faintly. You go to the Eastern Pyramid, again to consult with the creatures on the walls. They tell you that the ring will monitor your progress, serve as a guide when you need it, and help you channel your energy. You're very curious about what might be in the box, the cabinet. You sense that now is not the time to explore that. So say farewell to your friends on the walls and the ceiling, and move right back out the door. Walk over to the stairway. And allow yourself to come back to your body. Going up onto the purple step. Waking up and becoming more aware. Going up onto the indigo step. You take another step up and you're surrounded by the blue. You take another step and allow the green light to permeate you. Take another step up to the yellow and get another one to the orange. Wiggle your fingers and toes if you need to. Take a drink of water if you need to. Have something to eat if you need to. Just make an effort to ground so that you're not flying around in the ether all day. And step onto the red stair and come back to your body fully. So does anybody want to know what's in the cabinet?
First of all, let me just say how incredibly calm and relaxed I feel. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Yeah. What's in the cabinet?
Can't tell.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. So, tell me about your group that you created. I'm very excited to hear about it.
Well, I run a number of them. The LGBTQ one that we were just talking about is an alchemical group in the Fellowship of Vices. And I asked myself, what do LGBTQ people need? And the answer is pretty much the same as everybody else. Confronting the shadow, dealing with the ego, connecting with higher wisdom, balancing the 5 elements of creation within yourself and your universe. And and anybody is free to join. You don't have to be gay.
Yeah, but it's nice to have kind of a community. I like to connect with my community, and, I like to be part of a fellowship with with a lot of groups, but to be, a member with, other members of my community, especially lesbians is we all need to feel that closeness,
Yes.
and some people, kind of feel rejected, scared, timid, afraid, anxious,
Exactly.
and so it's a way for them to come together and feel at ease,
That is that was part of my goal in creating this group. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And yeah, it's really important, I would say, to be part of your community and give back to your community. I think in this day and age, I'm on social media. I'm just as guilty as anyone. We have, our busy lives, and we get so involved in, you know, the the world and what's going on around us. But I noticed too since COVID that people have become kind of more isolated. Um, you know, I'm of the Gen X, I'm a Gen X member, and before, the internet, the way to meet people and like-minded people was to go out where other people were.
yeah.
So and so I cannot emphasize enough that, I mean, I know that your group is, virtual, which is great, but it's important too to connect, virtually or with people. It's important to connect with other human beings on a real level. Talk to each other. Um, Stop texting and get out of Messenger and really just kind of, if you're virtual, put your camera on and get to know people in your community, because you will find new friends and you'll find people who you have a lot in common with. And there might be even people that you disagree with. However, you can have a civilized conversation about it, and maybe you get educated, and maybe you change your point of view, maybe you don't. But it's important to not be a hermit so much. I guess,
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
agree. Yeah,
One of my goals in doing this was basically to empower the people.
exactly. Yeah, you know we all want to be heard. We all want friendship. We want to be accepted and all that. And so you have created this wonderful offer for people to do just that. So it's appreciated. So thank you. We have a few minutes left.
Okay.
So I want to hear about this Fellowship of Isis. Tell me about this.
The Fellowship of Isis is pretty much the foundation for my spirituality and what I do. Mm-hmm. We help people grab a hold of and relate to the female side of divinity, as seen in Isis, the goddess of 10,000 names. And it's 10,000 names because she's the goddess who's all goddesses. Mm. And I started out a very long time ago on that. And it's been a wonderful experience for me. I got a fantastic mentor. And I currently have my foot dipped in all of the FOI sub-societies. So I can teach pretty much anything in the FOI that somebody is interested in.
Wow. Okay. That's fascinating. That's wonderful. Here, you're doing so much. I mean, even since you and I last talked, you're expanding and you're doing so much, and that's just really great. Thank you for that. So, wow, I can't believe we have to wrap up, but I'll always have you back. You know that. And there's always new things to talk about. So, again, with the guided meditation, that's something that anyone can do. I highly encourage meditation anyway. And, like I said to Matthew earlier, I've had so much has been focusing on healing. There's a lot of pain in recovering and healing from knee replacement. Very stressful as well, so this really helped me, Matthew, really helped me relax, and I'm in a good space, good mood today, but this really put me in a good healing place. So thank you very much for that. So if someone wants to contact you or be part of the group, how do they do that?
I can be contacted through my website, which is littleegyptlyceum.com, or I can be contacted via my email, which is wunjowolf9@gmail.com. That's WUNJO9@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Again, this has been the Healing Light podcast, and I am your host, Caitlin Greenglass. This episode will air on this upcoming Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at 6 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Pacific. So that's Tuesday the 26th. As always, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The Healing Light NH. I welcome your show ideas. I welcome your feedback. And if anyone wants to be a guest, let me know. You can also email me at thehealinglight1, that's thehealinglight1, @gmail.com. Thank you, everyone, and hope you have a wonderful holiday.